Okay, you guys, here is the topic for today. Let us discuss what are the 5 beliefs of the self-empowered super empath. And before I start with the video, if you are new to the channel, if you are currently discovering it, subscribe to it, subscribe to the Soulful Relationships channel, because I'll be creating tremendous amounts of content that will help you connect to your inner self, let go of limiting beliefs, set healthy boundaries in place, and ultimately attract and experience the relationships you dream of. And now let us investigate what are these 5 beliefs of the self-empowered empath that you inevitably learn on your journey, or most likely you have already integrated and connected to those beliefs. So if you're curious about this topic, stay with me until the end, because I'm sure you'll get so much value out of watching this. Now, that being the case, let's directly get into the video. First of all, hey there, I am Daniel, a relationship alignment coach, an empath who was always compromising himself in the past, like who didn't have any center, no boundaries at all, who was always there for everybody, meeting their expectations, who was a different person for the different companies and people he went to. And through my journey, I've been able to transcend all of that, connect to my boundaries, needs, and gifts, express them transparently. And now I'm on a journey to help as many empaths let go and eradicate any toxic, codependent, narcissistic power struggle relationship dynamics in which they feel used, in which they feel light, not respected, unappreciated, and set up healthy boundaries in place, heal those relationships in the past, and ultimately, in the span of just 3 to 4 months, surround themselves with only people who support and lift them up. If you're curious about this program I have, it's called the Soulful Relationships Experience. You can always check out the free training I have below. It's called the 3 phases you need to master until you start attracting and experiencing only conscious, uplifting, and meaningful relationships. But now let's look at some of the beliefs that you inevitably develop while on that journey of self-healing and integration. So first of all, you realize, and you might have already done that, let me know in the comments actually if this is true, you realize that ultimately, like if I go really deep, I am already in a relationship with myself. Meaning that I cannot expect somebody else to make me whole and complete. Obviously, I can speak about my needs transparently. I can express them. I can share my boundaries that I want to be related to with respect, with honesty, with transparency. I want to have deeper intimacy in my relationships, and I don't want to be lied to, obviously. But ultimately, nobody can make you whole and complete. Because think about it just for a moment. You are already in a relationship with yourself. Your awareness of being, the place from which your empathy is coming, the place from which you empathize to others, is the exact place from which you have a relationship to your own feelings, to your own psyche, to your own belief systems. So, from that perspective, from your awareness of being, that deeper secret space of you, who you are at the depth of yourself, at your core, you are already in a relationship with yourself, meaning that you are responsible for how you feel. So this is the first belief that you almost inevitably, in some way, shape, or form, might be a little bit different to what I'm saying, but you inevitably realize, recognize, and then embody. And once you embody it, then you will see why it's not in your benefit, nor is it in the benefit of others, to tolerate any toxic, unhealthy, and codependent relationships, right? Because if you're already in a relationship with yourself, and you can tend and care for your own emotional well-being, you can empathize to yourself, then you can set some boundaries in place. Which this first belief, inevitably it will get you to the realization of the second belief of the self-empowered super empath, which is that I am not responsible for how other people feel. Like, I can be myself around others, and if others feel rejected by that, or if others feel like offended by that, or if others feel however they want to feel, like disrespected, like offended. They feel that I'm not being there for them. I am not ultimately responsible for them. I can be if I want to, but if I have empowered myself, then I am not responsible for how other people feel. Because I've realized that I'm responsible for how I feel. And I've started taking responsibility of my belief system, letting go of some suppressed feelings that I've been holding on to, letting go of resentments, letting go of anger, letting go of being hurt, abandoned, betrayed. And I've realized that now I'm speaking from the perspective of an empath. So when I say I, it's something that you can also relate to. I've realized that, well, I can care for my own well being. And if I can do that, other people are also responsible for their own feelings. Which doesn't mean that I should become like narcissistic, self centered, and only care for myself. No, obviously. And that's not possible if you're an empath, by the way. I've tried, totally not possible. But this doesn't mean that I have to tolerate codependency, toxicity, people talking behind my back, people like yeah, just being against me in my other relationships, people talking bad about me to my friends. I don't have to tolerate all that bullshit. I don't have to tolerate jealousy. No, it's like not necessary, right? You don't also need to walk on eggshells with the close relationships, with the people in your life that you have already, just to not trigger them, because you realize I am not responsible for how other people feel. I am responsible for my own journey, my own healing, my own emotional well-being. And if I can do that, then inevitably other people can also do it. And they might learn it the hard way, but okay, I would be there to support them, but I wouldn't be there to save them. Because through my journey, like, and probably you've already experienced that, you've tried to save others, right? You've tried to be there for others, to tend, to care for them when they haven't chosen themselves. And so you just became codependent. And it's like your own happiness and satisfaction became dependent on how other people feel. And for you to feel safe, other people need to feel pleasant. They need to feel good. And eventually you have realized that it's not possible to fulfill and meet the expectations of everybody, right? So not everybody is for you. Which gets me to the third belief, like how this happened. And this is something that I learned in my life, I think 4 5 years ago. But I've learned that negative feelings are my friends. This is the third belief. Negative feelings are my friends because I can learn from them. Through my anger, I can learn what do I not tolerate. Through what I become attached to in others, I can learn all these qualities and character traits that I need to develop within myself. That sometimes I need to be bold, I need to be courageous. Obviously, I need to be honest and transparent with how I feel. And so I've learned that negative feelings, they connect me to my needs. Whenever I feel sad or grief or lonely, these feelings, when I accept them, experience them, let them be there and let them go. And I have a whole playlist about letting go, which I'll put it in the description below and also at the end screen. You can check it out. So when I'm working with my negative feelings, I am always learning more about myself. I'm becoming a better version of myself. The more negative feelings I let go of, the better I become connected to my own needs. And then I learn to express them. Which is another, like the fourth belief I have realized that a lot of empaths who are self-empowered, like self-empowered super empaths embody, is the belief that I am understood by others because I understand myself and I can express my feelings transparently. So, because here is what happens. A lot of empaths, they feel misunderstood. They're afraid that others don't hear them out, don't respect them, don't appreciate them for who they are. They're afraid that others don't understand them. But the truth is, my friend, that you have extended so much of your empathy towards others that you have forgotten and abandoned yourself. And the moment when you start tending to your own feelings, caring for them, being there for yourself, like spending time in presence, just observing how you feel, empathizing towards your own self is the moment you realize, since I understand others, I am understood by others. Since I understand myself, I deserve to be understood by others. And this happens through me expressing my feelings transparently, honestly. Like expressing how I feel. Not expressing how the other person make me feel and blame them and feel resentful. No, this doesn't work, obviously, and you've learned that from your experience. But expressing how I feel. So because I can express how I feel and how I perceive the situation per se that unfolded and how it made me feel and what I am okay with and what I'm not okay with, then this means that I am understood by others because I understand my own feelings and I can express them transparently, honestly. This means that I am understood by others. So this is another belief that you inevitably develop and cultivate along your journey. And by the way, if you're currently going through that process of setting boundaries, expressing your needs, learning how to be transparent, honest in your communication, really articulate your feelings with great intelligence, and connecting to your own gifts also, and expressing your gifts. You can check out, I have this free resource. It's called the 3 Questions Healthy Boundaries Framework, which is like a 3-page long document in which I explain a really powerful exercise you can try to connect to your boundaries, needs, and gifts, and then learn how to communicate those transparently with the people around you. So you can check it out. It's like I've applied it to more than 50 people already. It works like magic. So definitely give it a try. It's completely free. You can check it out down through the links in the description below. And now the 5th and last belief of the self-empowered empath. And I can go more than that. I can go further than that, of course. And maybe in another video I'll explain about more beliefs. But the 5th belief that I have realized is that every self-empowered empath embodies is that I extend my empathy only to those who accept and respect me for who I am and appreciate me for who I am. So I extend my empathy and I'm willing to be there for others, to hold space for them. Only for people who have already chosen themselves. Only for people who are looking to heal. Only for people who want to grow, right? So because when I extend my empathy to those people, we don't end up into codependent relationships. No, we are actually able to build really beautiful, like really emotionally deep and intimate, with great respect, interdependent relationships in which I am able to care for the other person's needs and help them and support them, but I know that they're able to have the same attitude for me. So I don't feel used all the time, right? So this is another belief that inevitably you learn along your journey. So anyways, now sharing these beliefs, I've learned them from my personal experience, going through like whatever type of codependent relationships, like every possible codependent relationship you can imagine, like from romantic relationships to narcissistic relationship with a really close friend of mine, to growing up in a family which was completely destructive and toxic, in which my father was drinking himself like to unconsciousness, to deep unconsciousness, like 2 times per week for 3 to 4 months every year, going on for 5 years. So I know what a lot of empaths went through. And through these experiences, like working with my negative feelings, I've realized some of these beliefs. And now I want to let you know, my friend, not let you know, but I want to ask you, what of these beliefs, like which one of these 5 beliefs have you integrated within yourself already? And which is the other one that you're currently working on? So let me know in the comments. I would be really happy to connect with your experience and like your journey. So yeah, share in the comments and I would love to discuss. And now if you just want to connect and talk about feelings and like letting go, how to work with through your negative feelings, let go of limiting beliefs and connect to your boundaries, speak them up so that you can surround yourself with only people who support and lift them up, I invite you to schedule your free relationship alignment session down below. This is a free 1-hour call in which we can just connect, share our experiences, our stories, exchange value, and yeah, ultimately just be in service to one another. So if this is something that you are excited to do, well, this is how I basically behave through this fifth belief that I shared, that I extend my empathy only to those who accept and respect me for who I am. So if you found this video valuable and if you are looking for further support, I would love to help you out on your journey. You can always schedule your free relationship alignment call down in the description below. That being the case, I want to thank you so much for watching, my friend. Thank you so much for doing the beautiful work you've been doing on yourself. I trust you found this video to be helpful. Comment down below. Let me know which one of these beliefs you like the most and you have integrated already, and which is the one that you are currently working on. Or if there is more than one, definitely let me know. And I would love to see you around in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to it. Push the bell notifications to receive new notifications for new videos. And I will see you around in the next video. Bye bye for now. Enjoy your day. I love you, my friend.